Let's get ready, say go. Let's go. Rainbows in the sky, let's fly away like a bird. You're free to see the boundless face of the earth. Let the wind blow you like a knife and glide away far beyond the clouds. You'll find another place. If the road ahead seems so cold and gray, night never turns to day. Don't you be afraid. Go and fly away. Chala, hey chala. No time to hesitate. Go on and search the earth. Within it lies a magic surprise. Oh, chala, hey chala. Don't be afraid. You got the power to get through the darkest nights. Chala. Zooming round and round in the sky like a coaster. Hold on tight, or you may find yourself trapped in a maze. When that happens, you may think you will never find your way. As the past you may take seem all the same. If the road ahead should lead you so cold and gray, when night never turns to day, don't you be afraid. Go and fly away. Chala, hey chala. No time to hesitate. Go on and search the earth. Within it lies a magic surprise. Oh, chala, hey chala. Be cool, don't be afraid. You got the power to get you through the darkest night. Hey chala. No time to hesitate. Go on and search the earth. For a minute is a magic surprise. Oh, chala, hey chala. Be cool, don't be afraid. You got the power to get you through the darkest nights. Chala.
ELW proudly presents KliqBait Wrestling. What is going on, people? This be your boy Smith, as always, joined by my North American thick boy tag team partner, Mattitude 22. It's Monday night. We are live. Raw has just started, and we are here to talk some wrestling. What's going on, everybody in the chat?
We starting off with the street fight.
Yeah. But yeah, this past week we had AEW's All Out. We're definitely going to talk about that. A lot went down. Even before we go there, Matt and myself are kind of on different opinions of the show. Like I said, I think the show was good. I just think they kind of did a little too much, in my opinion, especially with the last two matches. I just think I get the blood feud, so that I'm not saying like they shouldn't have been violent. I just think like, you start sticking. I didn't even mind the brick thing. The brick thing is fine. It's when you start sticking people with needles and shit. It's just like yeah, that's penetration. Penetration.
I loved it.
Well, you're a horror freak, so you would like that type of shit. But I'm saying, just for a casual viewer, like, I don't want to see somebody take needles in their mouths. No penetration. I'm just saying.
I guess it's like, I don't know. It was only like a couple of months ago I watched that match where big fucking Joe stuck a syringe through Hardbody's dick, and I kind of thought that was a little much.
Yeah, I wouldn't have cared for that either. Like like I said, I'm all for hardcore. I'm all for like making a person bleed. But it's a thing of like, okay, there's beating a person till they bleed, but then when you start like penetrating things, like stabbing things, we're on another level then, because we're now penetrating things. Like when you put a plastic bag over a person to cut off their breathing, and you have your chat chanting, "This is murder." Like, yeah, it's a little rough. Because it's like, I grew up. We all grew up. We all learned. You don't put plastic. You don't put plastic over your face. You don't. You just don't.
Again, I kind of thought it was great. Like Schlack does that. He does that every match. Like he puts a bag over somebody every match.
Yeah. Who?
Every match.
Who does this?
Schlack.
Who's Schlack? I don't know who that is.
He's like a big deathmatch guy.
Yeah, and that's why you'll never hear of him in the mainstream, because he's putting plastic bags over people's heads.
Yeah, for me, I thought it was perfect. I love how it made me legitimately feel like uncomfortable, and that's something that doesn't happen when watching wrestling, because I'm so conditioned. I'm so conditioned to knowing that everything in wrestling is just fake. I'm so conditioned to that it's like, this is something where it actually like, because I watched it. I watched it at work, and like, man, like after that, like I had to sit down for a minute, man. Like, that legitimately made me feel like uncomfortable.
Okay, so you felt uncomfortable, but I didn't feel uncomfortable. I just felt like I laughed because, like, even though, yes, we've been preconditioned, I'm also realistic to know that, like, we're not going to actually kill a person. But again, it's like I said off the air. My only kind of gripe about this is, it's 2024 and we live in a world of very stupid people. Very stupid people. Like I said, we're in an era now where whippets are at an all-time high, and they're not even doing the little CO2 caps anymore, Matt. We got tall boys. Motherfucking tall boys are whippets. And it's coming in fruit flavors. We've already heard many times of children dying because they imitated shit from wrestling because they were stupid too, and they had stupid parents who didn't pay attention to their stupid kids. I don't need no more stupid kids dying because they put a plastic bag over someone's head, because we got stupid people. Just saying.
You know what?
I'm just saying.
Natural selection, man.
It is natural selection. I do say that, but then we get those things of like, the only reason I would say it like this, and hear me out on this. Yes, I'm all for natural selection. If that means we weed out one more stupid person, I'm all for it. But the ramifications becomes shit gets regulated, and then your good time becomes a boring time because you can't do fun shit no more, because why? People went too far with it. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we could be happy that stupid people are gone, but then there's always gonna be ramifications of those stupid people being gone. And then they're gonna be like, what can we do to avoid more stupid people from being gone? And they'll be like, I don't know, let's baby it up now. Let's pussify it. Let's neuter it and then make it really not fun. So now you can't even hit a motherfucker with a garbage can or something. You know, the basic stuff. Because,
I don't
stupid people.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you, but for me, it worked. Like for me, it worked. It elicited a reaction that pro wrestling does not make me feel very often. Now, at the same time, I don't think we should see Mox choking someone out with a bag. Like I don't think that's something we should see every week. Like I don't think that should be like a recurring gimmick where this is this new thing. Like every week he's gonna choke someone with a bag. Like I
But
don't
see, I
think
feel
that.
like he will,
But
though.
I feel like he will. I feel like he will. But for me, in that one instant, I thought it worked for me in that one instance where it was like a big heel turn. They wanted to sell it more. They wanted to sell it more than just a traditional heel turn, and I thought it worked. It worked for me. I enjoyed it. But it's something where it's not something we need to see every single week. Like for me, like the cinder block, like again, like the cinder block, like like Swerve's Hangman's taking a vertebreaker on a cinder block.
I don't even mind. Like I said, I don't
Suddenly,
even mind the cinder block. The cinder block is not even my issue. The only umbrage I take is just
no,
with
I
the
get it.
penetration of the needle. The penetration of jabbing a man in the mouth with the needle is it's too visceral. Because, like I said, you're one step away from stabbing a man at that point. Like, once you penetrate skin, you're one step away from stabbings. That's all I'm saying. Like, the rest I don't mind. Yeah, drop them
It
on a
was
fucking,
almost
drop
like
them on a brick. Drop them on a whatever. Drop them on thumbtacks. Like, and we accept thumbtacks because that's penetration, but it's like the thing of, I took something with my hand and stuck it in you and then left it there. Like,
I
it's like,
thought it was great.
yeah, it is. Like I said, that's what we. Like I said, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm definitely not saying it was great. I just think, little too much. But still enjoyed the matches and the show itself. I'm not even saying the show was bad. So, there was a lot
I
of good
think to
matches. The only
me,
match
like
I think was a stinker is once again Mercedes Moné.
I would agree that that match was the weakest,
Compared to what
but I
what
don't even think it
Statlander and
was.
Willow did, which was way better,
Yeah,
way better.
yeah. Even Willow and Statlander like busting out the light tubes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had the light
I kind of didn't see
tube.
that
We
coming.
got a split on the thumbtacks. We got all kind of cool stuff.
Okay, here's my thing with All Out. Here's my thing with All Out. I feel like this was the perfect pay per view to follow up All In, and let me explain to you my thought process here. Let me explain my thought process.
All right.
I think that All In was a very babyface centric pay per view. It was a lot of like Will Ospreay gets the title back to MJ from MJF, and we got the international title back. Like Bryan Danielson beating Swerve and winning the world title. Like upbeat, you had a lot of upbeat like cheering moments. And to me, like All Out was the perfect counter to where like this was the evil version of that in a sense where a lot of heels went over, a lot of bad guys won. I thought the pay per view worked in that sense. It was like it was like Infinity War in Endgame. Like all the good guys won on the first pay per view, but then we get to the second pay per view, and now it's all the bad guys are winning. Like Statlander beats Willow. The Bucks retain the titles. Like Okada retains. We get the big heel turn, even though Bryan Danielson won the match. Like we get the heel turn. with BCC, like Hangman beat Swerve. Like that's what I thought was so great. It was like all the heels won. Like this was like the Yang, the All Ins Yin. If that makes any sense.
So we got this street fight with the Wyatt Six and American Made going on Raw. They just put Rowan through a table. I mean, the show itself, though, all out was fine. I mean,
It was
although
good.
I get like, I think like the Hangman storyline and stuff, and I've said this since it's already begun. I don't like Hangman in this storyline because he just looks like an idiot. Now he can sit there and go, "Oh, I'm getting revenge because he broke into my home and blah 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 blah." But it's like y'all had matches dedicated to that purpose, that incident, and in the booking, they allowed Swerve to win on all counts. So why are we now in like what? This is what their fourth match,
See,
and they,
that's
and
that's
now you finally give him the win, but it's like, to me the feud is still dumb because the feud again originally began, if you go back, he was bitching about how the Undisputed Kingdom put him through a car window. And he was looking to get revenge on him when he found out who they were when they revealed themselves. But instead, we just literally beeline straight to Swerve. How?
but see, like that's my point. Like you nail you hit the nail on the head when you're like you gave Swerve the win every time exactly. But look at the lengths Hangman had to go to. Look at everything
No,
he
I
had
know,
to go through
I get
to
that.
finally
But I'm
beat
saying, like,
Swerve.
if you really look at the storyline of Hangman and Swerve, Hangman still looks like a dummy. He still looks like a dummy though, because it's like you never got revenge on the people that fucked you up, which is the Undisputed Kingdom, and they've been running around AEW ever since, and you've never gotten no payback, no payback. I get it.
Well, maybe
Wardlow's not
that'll be
here.
next.
Wardlow's not here, but you still had Strong, you still had Taven, you still had Bennett to extract some revenge. And then, yeah, if you want to go back to Swerve, you can go back to Swerve, but if there's a thing of you started with saying, I want the people that beated me up, and then instead we went directly to Swerve as if we were scared to get to them. It makes them look kind of stupid.
Well, maybe that'll be next. Like he had to. He never got over the beef with Swerve. He never got over the issues with Swerve
Yeah, well, then
because he
again,
was
like I
never
said, then
able to
booking
get a
fucked
victory
up
over
because they
Swerve.
had him start off talking about the kingdom. Like,
Yeah,
go
like
back
they
to the scene. He was backstage with fucking Renee, and he was talking about the kingdom because they previously put him through a car window. And he was like, I'm gonna give
yeah.
me some payback. And the next thing you know, Swerve. And it's like, hold
But then
on, I thought you was going for the kingdom because you just found out these are the
but
men who
then
jumped you.
but it's priorities. It's priorities. He was gonna go after the kingdom, but then the shit with Swerve started escalating, so that became a higher
But the
priority. And
shit with Swerve was over at that point, though. Swerve was moving on to something else. He
Swerve
came back.
was, but Hangman wasn't.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but Hangman came in talking about Kingdom and then went directly to Swerve when this was all happening in the same night, same episode of Dynamite. All of this happened in the same episode, and he's like, "Kingdom, I want payback." I Swerve, and like I said, I get it, but it's like at that point, Swerve already beat you. You got to get to the back of the line. He's on to a new feud.
But that's the thing is he couldn't get over that. He couldn't get over
I
that
get
fact.
that.
He
I
couldn't let
get
go
that.
of
He
the
couldn't
fact.
let go of the fact. But again, like I said, storyline wise, it still makes him look dumb. Looks him
I
look
don't think
dumb,
it
and it
does.
kind of makes him look like a pussy. It does to me because it's like you beeline from one thing to another, and you let the other one slide. Kind of makes you look a little weak and stupid. It does.
It's it's priorities. Maybe he's gonna go after the kingdom at some point, but he wanted to sort out his shit with Swerve first. right? It's like when you have like a list things you got to do, right? You do one thing at a time. You do the most important thing first and then you go to the next thing. Yeah, like maybe it's a thing where he still wants to get his revenge on Undisputed Kingdom, but he still wants to he wanted first to settle his score with Swerve, because that's the thing, is like he never got over that. He never got over the fact that he was not able to beat him. So that's something where he had to do. He had to do that first. Maybe it's a thing where maybe now that that's theoretically that's done for the time being, because I hear Swerve is going to be taking some time off. Maybe now he'll go back to the Disputed Kingdom. Like maybe it's a thing where he never forgot them. He's just like, hey, I'll back burner you guys for now, because he was still working on the Swerve thing.
You know what? I'll concede, but I'm gonna say this: if this is done, if he don't get some payback on the kingdom, then you will agree he pussy. He pussy. If he don't beeline to the kingdom after all this, he pussy. Because we
Well,
prioritizing, right? We prioritizing.
I don't think I think we're past that now. I think
Why?
the I think
Wrestling's
we're
built on rivalries and
because
feuds and comebacks and get backs. Why would he let that slide? They
because
put him through a car shield window. Why would you let that slide?
because one one they're both heels. Like Hangman is like a super heel right now. And two, I think I think the Undisputed Kingdom didn't blow up the way that they wanted to. That's probably why we're not talking about that, because I think that group didn't blow up like they wanted it
Well,
to.
that's because
I
their
think they
main
were
man
think
got injured. That's why.
well, yeah, like he was injured before the group even formed, but fuck, like he's been gone for a long fucking time, man. We're almost getting to the point where he's been gone. He's been gone like a fucking year.
Well,
I think it's a thing where I think the Undisputed Kingdom just didn't blow up like I think they thought it was gonna.
well, listen. Matt Taven and Bennett are still there. Roger Crow on the knee. He needs to get some kind of get back. Got to get something, or you just look dumb.
I don't know. I guess
Got to
I
get
don't know.
some kind of get
We'll
back.
have to kind of see.
Listen, every wrestler has always got some get back, and unless reasons given that they can't get back, being they don't work there no more, they get some get back. But anyways, I mean, like I said, all out has some good matches. Like I said, I like the street fight between Statlander and and Nightingale. Statlander walked away with the win. I think I think the right person won.
Yeah, me too. I was kind of glad to see Statlander get the win.
Like I said, I think the match, the host title, Mercedes Moné and Hikaru Shida, and like I said, kind of weak. Like I said, I think the shine on Monet is starting to come off, because it's like, were you good in WWE, or were you good because you had good people to partner with as far as ring opponents? Because I'm looking at you now, and this shit is looking kind of weak.
I thought that match was fine, actually.
Nah, like her finisher's trash. What is that?
Her finisher is definitely weak. But yeah, I don't think the match was bad per se. Like I would be inclined to agree that it was the weakest match on the card, but it was only the weakest because everything else was so good. But I thought that match was still good for what it was. I think people are too hypercritical when it comes to Monet. Like people are people just want to criticize her, so they're just finding any reason where they could shit on her. Like the match wasn't that bad. Like the match wasn't garbage. It wasn't that bad. Like, was it the best match? No, absolutely not. But like it honestly wasn't that bad. Like, like we have to remember, like Mercedes is a PC girl, like she learned she learned very much the storytelling aspect, and now she's in an environment where it's like she's trying to put on she's trying to put on these like 5-star matches with people that are legitimate wrestlers. And I think she's doing her best. Like, I don't think it was the best match, but I certainly don't think it was that bad. Like, I certainly don't think it was garbage.
I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Like not. And I'm not even saying it's just Monet. Like Hikaru Shida, I don't know. She seemed to kind of lost a step or two, to be honest.
Like there was one part where like Sheeta went for like a kick or something, and I don't know. I think there was like some missed timing, and I don't know. Mercedes moved out of the way. She wasn't supposed to, or there was something that was off. So then they went to the kick again, and Sheeta like fucking rung her bell. Like there was one point where Sheeta just kicked her in the head, and that was I thought the nastiest part of the pay-per-view. Like that was the nastiest part where Sheeta just kicked her square in the side of the head.
Yeah, Gojira. It was a good opening, good street fight. It was a decent match. Y6 win.
I think the now again this is me. I'm always asking for more. In my mind, in my mind, this is how the way we settle this score. Alpha Alpha Academy 2.0 or American Alpha 2.0, whatever they're called.
American made. They're American made.
They need to find like another guy. They need to find another man. And then we need to have some kind of 5-on-5 match, preferably at Bad Blood. Like not a street fight, like just a traditional 10-man mixed tag team match. Because now Uncle Howdy's beaten Gable 1-on-1, and Gable and the other two, they've lost to the other three on 2 separate occasions. So now to me, like there's the only way that you continue this is they need to find like a 5th person and be like, okay, like 5-on-5, like 5-on-5 is the only way we're gonna do this, because Uncle Howdy got involved in the match, so that kind of opens the door to where Gable could be like, like you only won because Uncle Howdy, we were at a disadvantage. It was 4-on-5. We were at a disadvantage. So I think the only way is for them. They need to find a 5th man, and it needs to be 5-on-5. No outside shenanigans, nothing like that. Preferably at Bad Blood.
Maybe.
Like who's someone like they could find like I don't know, like it doesn't even have to be like a new member of Alpha or whatever they're called, American Made. It doesn't even have to be like a new member, but maybe they just recruit like Bronson Reed for the night, and have Gable be like, hey, you got Bronson Reed, like he's a monster, he wants to hurt people, and I offered him a considerable amount of cash to stand with us, and we're gonna end the Y86 once and for all. And then you could have Bronson Reed be like, hey, I don't even care about the cash, I would just do this for free because I want to hurt people. And then you have a 5-on-5 at Bad Blood. But again, like I'm always asking too much when it comes to WWE.
Come on, now we're getting highlights. from last week's Monday Night Raw with the Terra Twins. I know your favorite tag team.
Garbage. You know what's another thing WWE would do if they were fucking cool?
What's that?
I want Rhea and Priest to take the titles off Finn and JD. Listen, I know they don't like to do the women fighting the men shit. I know they don't like to do that. It's we don't do that here. But to me, Rhea, you could almost get a bit of a China situation going on, you know?
Okay, so we see at Bad Blood, Liv Morgan will be defending the Women's World Championship against Rhea Ripley. All right. That's why you need
Gojira,
sensitivity training, Jimmy, because you be trying to fight women. See, you don't know how to respect women.
You know, Gojira, I'd be inclined to agree with you, but I think the Uncle Howdy interference is gonna. I think the Uncle Howdy interference is gonna come into play. I think that's gonna be a factor, and also we need to see the Wyatt Six on a pay-per-view, man, because the Fiend never wrestled on Raw.
Well, I mean, this is not the Fiend, so all
But
bets
it
are
is
off.
in a sense. You should treat it like the Fiend.
I mean, you should, but
So I said these five match pay-per-views not working.
Yeah, it never worked.
Excuse me.
I mean, like I said, I like AEW. They will at least give you what? They'll give you a pre-show with at least 3 matches, and then the show itself is getting what? Like, shit, a bunch of matches. How many matches did All Out have?
I think All Out they actually dialed it back a little bit. All Out only had, not counting the pre-show, All Out only had like 8 matches,
Yeah, but
which
like I
was a
said,
step down.
I would say that should be the minimum. 8. It should be like at least the minimum for a pay-per-view for a 3-hour show.
Absolutely, and like that was that was a step back from All In. All In had like 10 matches, not counting the pre-show.
Yeah, because like the pre-show had at least like 3 matches on it, which, like I said, is fine. Like it's good. Like you get some people on the book for the card. So good.
Yeah, like the pre-show. Like, do a couple tag team match on the pre-show, because that's a great way to. It's a great way to get people a pay-per-view spot, but it's also a way where. Okay, like again, like the 16-man tag, right? Like, let's say you don't really watch AEW, but you're just skimming through YouTube, and you see that pre-show, when you're like, oh, what's this? And you click on the pre-show, and you see that 16-man tag or that 10-man tag. It gives you a good sense of different competitors before you even watch the pay-per-view. So I think, like, yeah, you have like 1 or 2 like multi-man matches on the kickoff, and then eight matches minimum. You gotta have 8 matches minimum on the card, especially when WWE, they have 2 separate rosters. Like 5 matches for 2 rosters, it's just not enough, man. Like We haven't seen a tag team title defense on a pay-per-view since WrestleMania, and that's pathetic.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, you're right, Gojira, but you know the Fiend didn't work Raw and SmackDown, and at the end, is Uncle Howdy is a continuation of the Fiend, not the Undertaker or not Kane.
All right, so we're
And
gonna get.
Gojira, the thing too, Gojira, is even though Undertaker and Kane they did work on Raw and SmackDown, but the other thing is they were on all the pay-per-views. They weren't you didn't have Undertaker missing pay-per-views so that he could compete on SmackDown. You know what I'm saying?
So we're gonna get Finn Balor and Damian Priest at Bad Blood, but he's currently getting jumped. Well, trying to get jumped by the Judgment Day, but now they're jumping him.
Okay, so I guess that means the Raw tag titles are not getting defended at Bad Blood.
Nah.
So I guess the streak of not defending the tag titles at pay-per-views is gonna continue.
Yeah, pretty much. Which, it's sad. Sad to see,
It is sad. It's not even sad, it's like embarrassing.
It's like,
Especially when both
it's funny too. It's funny and sad at the same time because it's like they separated the titles just to put them on people to hold them hostage again.
yeah. And it's crazy too because both tag team titles, you got the top heel faction on Raw and the top heel faction on SmackDown, and they're the ones holding the tag titles, and they're unable to get on a pay-per-view. Like your two top heel factions are champions, and they don't make it on a they don't even make it on a pay-per-view. Like that's just wild to me.
Yeah, it is.
It's just wild to me.
Oh, here comes Jay Uso.
Gojira, don't get it twisted. Howdy working TV isn't a bad thing to any degree, but like howdy working TV and never being on a pay per view, I think that's a bad thing. Like again, I say it all the time. These smaller pay per view cards. The problem is there's too many guys that are never gonna make it to a pay per view. There's too many titles not being defended on pay-per-views.
Yeah, that's why 5 matches is not enough. So
This is not enough. There's too many championships not being defended at pay-per-views. There's too many guys that are trying to break through that are not getting the experience of being on a pay-per-view. So, howdy working at TV, no, it's not a bad thing, but the man should be on a pay-per-view once in a while.
another good match that was on All Out was Osprey Pac for the international title. That was a good match.
That was a good match.
I don't know. The tag team title match was like, yeah, it was fine, but whatever.
For I got to admit, for a match that I kind of had not really that much interest in going into it, I thought that match was really good. Like you could kind of say what you want about the Young Bucks, but at the end of the day, the Young Bucks consistently bring the best out of anybody they work with.
But
Like
what
the
happens to the
Young
trios
Bucks,
title now? Since the whole thing with the BCC, Yuta wasn't in on all that. So what happens to the trios title now?
I don't know. It's kind of that's what's see like that's another part where it's interesting. Like when I saw Mox, I thought something was going on because I'm like, oh man, I don't trust Mox being out here. I don't trust him. And then the Claudio heel turn sort of caught me off guard. But then what really caught me off guard is Yuta looked like he was totally clueless. Like he had no idea what was going on, man. And Pac Pac was holding Yuta back, and like you could see, like Yuta, you could see it was like in tears, like he had no fucking clue what was going on, and Pac's kind of holding him back. Oh man, I don't know. It was I thought that was kind of interesting, and the fact that you layer it with they're the trios champions definitely kind of makes me wonder. Yeah, like that's what I mean, Gojira. Like yeah, like you said, like they have all these wrestlers, like they have two totally separate rosters, and then you have one pay-per-view where you're only have 5 matches. It's just there's not enough opportunities. Like it would be different if it was like back then where you had Raw and SmackDown pay-per-views. Even 5 matches for a Raw exclusive pay-per-view is not enough, because it's like, okay, so you get the WWE title, you get the world title, you get your 2 world titles. There's already 2 out of 3 matches, and then you still got 2 tag titles, you still got 2 women's titles, you got a women's tag title, and you still got 2 mid-card titles, and you only have 3 spots to fill. And then you have your Drew McIntyre, your CM Punk, your Solo Sikoa, your bigger stars that are gonna be on the pay per view. So it's like somebody like Bronson Reed. The problem is like somebody like Bronson Reed. No matter how hard he works, no matter how much he does, he's never gonna get the experience of having a major match on a pay per view.
Well, speaking of tag team, we got a women's tag team match about to go down here on Raw. I guess this is the rubber match here.
Yeah, I guess is this their rematch or no? I think they won a number one contenders match.
Uh-huh.
I think that if Unholy Union loses tonight out of the title picture, like done.
They gotta get in the back of the line.
Yeah, like I know we don't do rematches anymore, but we still do rematches. We just like to say we don't do rematches.
I think that
But
mission statement died a long time ago. We don't
yeah,
do
but yet
rematches.
but yet what are we watching right now? A rematch.
Yeah.
So as much as they say that, we're still doing it. They just they say they say no more rematch clause, but yet every champion still and inevitably it's a rematch. Like when Braun Breaker won the title off of Sami Zayn, who was the first person to challenge Braun for the title? Sami Zayn. So it's just
All
a
right.
thing. They don't like to say they have rematches, but they do.
All right. We got BGM coming out. Buff Girl Magic. And the Unholy Union. Who you taking on this?
BGM.
Yeah, I don't think the Unholy Union getting the title back. They want them belts on BGM. They more marketable.
You know, Gojira, in a perfect world, Unholy Union would get the titles back. I think Unholy Union was the best thing to happen to the women's tag titles in a long time. I don't know. Sorry, man, but I just don't think Jade's it. I just don't think Jade's the one.
I will say this much though. Women's tag titles have been getting a lot more prominence on TV as of late, despite the men's tag titles getting none. Like even when
Yeah, I mean,
the Unholy Union were champions, they were on TV like almost every week.
see, that's what makes me think though. Is that gonna slow down now that Jade and Bianca are the champs?
I would hope not.
Bro, could we and everybody in the chat, just could we just all take a minute? We just all take a quick minute to acknowledge that Nathan Frazier and Axiom are literally carrying WWE's tag team division on their backs right now.
Oh,
Like they are
speaking of which,
literally carrying.
apparently
They are
the
literally
Rascals are
carrying.
out.
Rascals out, Street Profits in.
Well, what's that all about?
Not sure.
It sounds like something more storyline driven, but who knows?
But maybe it's a thing where maybe they wanna have that match at like a pay-per-view.
I feel like it's something involving Wesley, to be honest. I think it's storyline driven.
Yeah.
But the way WWE announced it was like, because I feel like something might go down on TNA this week. That'll some way be tangentially related to why they couldn't show up on NXT.
I mean, I don't think it'll happen, but it would be cool if it did. You know, like TNA's got a pay-per-view this Friday. They should have that match on the TNA pay-per-view.
That'd be cool, but I feel like we're gonna do something with Wesley and Wentz. I feel like that's the direction it's gonna go. Because Wentz got the win at No Mercy. You don't think Wesley ain't gonna get his heat back?
Oh well, Wentz already has a match on Friday.
With who?
It's him and Bailey.
Okay, but that don't mean Wesley can't show up.
No, but that sort of throws my theory out the window. Like we're obviously not doing that NXT tag team title match because Wentz has already got a match, so that kind of throws my theory out the door.
So I feel like they're trying to set something up for them to have like a little program. Because it's almost like WWE wants him back in the fold. So it's like let's have a little program with him and Wesley. But I'm pretty sure NXT will elaborate if need be tomorrow night of what happened. Or they might just not just say fuck it and don't explain it and don't say nothing. Who knows?
Whoa. Hold up. Okay.
What?
I wanna get official confirmation on this. But from what I'm hearing, breaking news, starting October 7th, Raw will be cut down to 2 hours until the end of 2024.
I'm okay with that.
I'd be okay with that.
Mm-hmm. I think the era of 3-hour Raws kind of run its course.
Yeah, 3 hours is too long for a weekly wrestling show, man.
I'm okay with that. 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be happy to know that Raw's back to 2 hours.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that are gonna cry about it too.
I mean, listen, what? Let's be real. The most that you're gonna lose from Raw is less promos, hopefully, because a good portion of Raw is a lot of promos, and you'll get maybe 5 matches in a night of 3 hours of Raw.
Oh no, you'll still get all the promos. They'll just cut the matches. So we'll probably just get either shorter matches, or we'll just get less matches. Trust me, they're not gonna cut down the promos.
We were an hour in, and we've only had 2 matches.
Yep.
We had the street fight and the women's tag match, which they just retained.
To the surprise of no one.
Yeah. So who's the next challengers? Damage Control?
I mean, well, who else do they have? It's either gonna be Damage Control, or it's gonna be Kaden and Katana. Like, what else do they have in terms of tag teams, right? Like, who else?
There's Chelsea and Nevin still around.
Okay.
3-hour SmackDown this week. Shut up, Ian. No, you're not. You're lying.
No, SmackDown is 3 hours this week.
Shut up. Get out of here.
Okay.
You know what? Fuck that, man. 3 hours of SmackDown. The show is over. We're out of here. Yeah, I'm just fucking with y'all. Yeah, I'm being stupid. Alright, but 3 hours of SmackDown now? Come on.
I guess because it's their big the premiere on their new network. So supposedly they're gonna have a bunch of surprises and shit.
New network? You mean USA?
Yeah. Like they say there's gonna be a ton of surprises, so but WWE surprises are kinda like hit and miss, you know?
Don't Talk to your father like that, son. So you watch your mouth, deadbeat. That's funny. We love domestic disputes.
Whoa, this is kind of shady. I wonder, is this could be potential lawsuit. Like they're gonna have to pay out some money territory. I guess WWE is now selling replicas of the CM Punk bracelet.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, but apparently they did it without the consent of the person that originally made the bracelet.
Oh shit. They'll be fine. They'll pay him off.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think this is potentially just Hey, did you hear too? There's like a band that's like suing Cody Rhodes and WWE now.
For what?
Because apparently this band owns the trademark to American Nightmare. Like apparently this band owns the trademark and they've been using American Nightmare for years. So now they're trying to get a lawsuit going.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you could have the name, but like, I think, doesn't Cody have a trademark on the name as well?
I don't know.
Because you would think he would have to, because he's been running with that name now for a few years.
Maybe it's just a thing where he was kind of. Maybe it's just a thing where, like, you know how like ECW, they would be using like like trademark music because nobody was like watching it, so they could get away with it. Maybe it's just a thing where like he was just using it and he just got away with it all this time, and then now the band, maybe it's a thing where now the band.
I would agree if that was indie, but like Cody's kind of mainstream. He was using that moniker on those TNT shows and shit. So it's like I would have to assume that if you had that, it's like you would have had to like at least trademark that because that's your brand. You're your daddy was the American Dream. You're an American Nightmare. It's like that's your brand. You would have to trademark that. Especially if he's trademarking it as the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, where the band is just the American Nightmare. You can kind of get away with that type of thing. Because they're only known as the American Nightmare. He's the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Here we go. Confirmed.
What's that?
See, don't ever let it be said that I don't be like out here making claims, and I don't get shit confirmed for us. Yeah, as of October 7th, Raw will air from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. starting Monday, October 7th, and through the rest of 2024, culminating with the USA Network finale on Monday, December 30th.
Okay, that's what's up. But wait, but when they go to Netflix, are they going to be 3 hours again, or are they going to be 2 hours on Netflix?
I don't know. We don't know yet. They only specified that it would be the end of the USA era. They only specified it would be till the end of the USA era. They didn't say anything. They didn't say anything past that point.
Bret Hart's coming out. Man who gives 0 fucks.
All right, so how many times during this Bret Hart promo, how many times is he gonna talk shit about Goldberg during this promo? Do you think?
I don't know, but
I'm hovering somewhere around like 5.
I don't know. He might be nice because this ain't run by Vince anymore, so he might be nice. Or he might just be like, I don't care. Hunter's a piece of shit too.
the 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 first thing he's gonna get the mic and he's gonna be like, I love being back on Monday Night Raw. I'd still be wrestling if it wasn't for Bill Goldberg. Like, that's the first thing he's gonna say.
I'd still be wrestling if it wasn't for that idiot Bill Goldberg.
Son, Bret Hart is kind of a menace. Son, did you see that? Did you see that video where he was like talking about his episode of The Simpsons, and he's like, yeah, were you ever on The Simpsons, Ric Flair? He's like, I don't think so. He's like, did you ever get this Simpsons figure of yourself? I don't think so.
I saw like a tweet somebody did like a super cut and they was like, some people say he's bitter. And like, nah, I was like, I would love to get to this part where I don't give zero fucks to give. And it was just highlights from that show of like who killed WCW, and all of Brett's clips are like, he was just an idiot. The dumb fuck. He didn't know shit. That guy was a more just like because he's just shitting on what, like, they weren't even talking about, he didn't even show you like what he's talking about. You just hear like, oh, that guy was an idiot. Oh yeah, man, he didn't know how to work. He's a dumb fuck. He's a dumb fuck. Yeah, Bret Hart. The only thing you can do for Bret Hart is tell him where the black women are. That's all you can do for Bret Hart.
Yeah.
But he gives zero fucks. He gives so many zero fucks. Randy Orton's like in awe.
Yeah.
And Randy, he be trying to live their life of zero fucks.
Bret Hart's a menace, son.
Plus, he's in Canada too. He's in Canada, so he'll probably behave himself a little bit here in Canada.
I love being here in Calgary. I'd love it even more if Bill Goldberg didn't kick my head in.
Oh shit, here come Gunther. Is Gunther gonna kill Bret Hart?
Gunther, I respect being in the ring with you, Gunther. You carry that title with prestige, unlike Bill Goldberg.
Unlike that piece of shit Bill Goldberg that gave me a concussion. He never apologized to me. All he had to say was sorry. But he's a piece of shit, Fucking Bill Goldberg. How about Bret Hart? Me and my brother Owen. He was one of the best wrestlers in the world, unlike Bill Goldberg, who was a piece of shit.
He only apologized to me 100 times. He should have apologized to me 200 times.
He says that he's already apologized enough. Well, tell that to my brain. That you kicked in, you piece of shit.
Yeah. That's like an actual Goldberg quote, I think. Like I think Goldberg actually said he's like they asked him like about Bret Hart shitting on you all the time, and I think Goldberg actually said he's like listen, like I'm at a point in my life where I'm done apologizing to Bret Hart. He's like, I've apologized so many times. He doesn't want to accept it.
Gunther getting the Canadian heat. Canadians giving Gunther none of it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't kill Brett. Gunther, don't chop him into the Shadow Realm.
Ah, he did it! He did it! Yes! Yes!
No! Don't chop him into the Shadow Realm.
Oh my god, this is peak television right now.
Bill Goldberg.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew Goldberg was gonna come up during this.
This motherfucker said my favorite, your secretary, my favorite, Bill Goldberg.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew Goldberg. I knew Goldberg was gonna come up during this promo. Oh my god.
Oh, that's
Perfect.
fucking Gunther.
Perfect. Peak television right here.
But now we got Sami Zayn. Here comes Sami Zayn to come save Bret Hart. That motherfucker said Bill Goldberg.
That was perfect.
Like, you can see like Gunther almost like had to hold back from laughing. He's like, Bill Goldberg. Sami Zayn. What's Sami Zayn doing?
Oh, Gunther's the best, son. Gunther's the best.
Like Sami Zayn. He's a hero to me, Sami Zayn. El Generico.
God, that sounds boring.
Give me a match for the title at Bad Blood. Gunther's gonna be like, you ain't gonna chop Bret Hart to Shadow Realm. Don't do it. Can't have you chopping Bret Hart into Shadow Realm. He's not built like that. Bill Goldberg. Just cold-blooded. Ooh, that's tough. Gunther again, still ducking Sammy over here. A gutless yellow coward. Now we got ourselves a bit of a Donnybrook here in Calgary, ladies and gentlemen. Sami Zayn raining the blows down on the Gunther. Raining blows like a hockey fight. It's a Donnybrook and the refs are breaking up. But don't. Watch yourself there. Get in the ring, Sammy. And the refs break it up. Gunther leaving in shambles with his world heavyweight title, ladies and gentlemen. That was quite the Donnybrook. Okay, well, also, back to kind of All Out real quick. I know we always kind of sidetrack from things. The Continental title, fine match, but I never really saw Kazuchika in danger of losing the title, so, like, it really didn't feel like, you know?
No, but I thought it was a. I did. Okay, my issue with that match, it was like they had qualifiers, and I feel like all the wrong guys won the qualifiers.
Oh,
Like,
we got Butch.
Orange Cassidy's not in a position where he needs to be back in the championship conversation right now. He wasn't like, it wasn't like egregious having him there. The other thing, like, I don't know, like Mark Briscoe's the Ring of Honor World Champion, and he's defending the Ring of Honor World Championship, but it seems like he's trying to win every other championship at the same time.
Pretty much, but like it's.
And
I don't
then
know.
like Takeshita and Okada, I would have rathered that have been just like a one-on-one match, but that being said, like the match was good for what it was. I'm glad that Orange Cassidy took the pin. I'm glad that because I kind of thought for a minute, I thought, oh man, I'm like Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe's about to take the L right now, and I'm glad that didn't happen.
Had a little segment there with Pete Dunne and Braun Breaker, but Easter knee from Sheamus. You ain't nothing but a butch. Speaking of which, what did you think of Trick Williams' diss track on Petey Williams this past week?
That was pretty good.
Where he called him a butch. You a butch.
You know, I'm not gonna rush out and buy the CD, but I thought it was entertaining.
I mean, listen, it was funny, you know. Wasn't something different, you know? You didn't really. I didn't expect to see. Although it's primarily relegated to NXT, because like as you can see, Pete Dunne was just here, but they more focused on his feud with Sheamus Then even talk about what's going on between him and Trick. You know?
Yeah, it's again, it's like he done almost doing like too much.
To say. But hold on, let me we'll go take a look at it. I'm gonna play it for the chat. If y'all didn't see Trick Williams' diss track. So, hold on, let me do this real quick. Alright, that's cool. We'll do this.
Petey, look what you done made me do. It's Trick Willie, and I see that y'all want me to turn back into the old me. Petey came back to NXT. He wanna jump people. That's cool. But now I gotta do what I gotta do. Let's talk about it. See, I was trying to kick back and close my mouth where Pete keep talking. Now Pete done pissed me off. He running his mouth, saying I should figure it out. Forget that, figure how to get my foot out your mouth. I'm running the South. Forget that, I'm running this house. Oh, you mad? I know what all the hating's about. You ain't dumb. You remember when I called you a bum. Now I gotta beat you like beat these drums. Dang. Trick, Willie snapping. Petey gon' learn to stop all that capping. Sound like a wanker doing all
they
that
having
yapping.
too much fun at
Next
that
time I
PC,
see you,
son.
let's see what happened. Cause I'm the realest, Petey. Yeah, you wish that you could beat me, Petey. Oh, you mad cause you can't see me, Petey.
You know what? I
Yeah, I told
gotta
you 'cause
say,
you can't beat me, you can't see me. I'm the realest for sure. Yeah, I'm the realest, Petey. Yeah, you wish that you could beat me, Petey.
feel like
Oh, you mad cause you can't see me, Petey. Yeah, I told you cause you can't beat me, you can't see me. I'm the realest for sure. Let Tricky cook. All that finger snapping,
these
yeah,
last
man,
couple
you
of
a butch.
NXT
That's the hook.
pay-per-views have been
I
pretty
ain't never
good,
should
man.
call book. The bruiserweight better take a look. You can't see me shouting. We the same age, but you look 40. See, I'm gonna tuck your career in early. That's why I'm cooking these chickens like curry, cause I'm the realest, Petey. Then you wish that you could beat me, Petey. Oh, you mad cause you can't see me, Petey. Yeah, I told you cause you can't beat me, you can't see me. I'm the realest for sure. Yeah, I'm the realest, Petey. Oh, you mad cause you can't beat me, Petey.
Yo, why Nikita Lyons is hanging out in the bush over there?
Yeah, I told you cause you can't beat me, you can't see me. I'm the realest for sure. I told you, dog. Trick
I
Willie
mean,
is
she's
not the
injured.
one.
She's injured so
Petey,
often.
think you the man, but
She ain't
we
got
all know
nothing
one
else to
thing.
do.
You a butch, a big-headed butch, a little foot butch, a tight pants butch. You a butch, you a butch, he's a butch. You a butch, don't forget, butch.
Yeah, like I said, they're having too much fun over there at the PC, bro.
Gojira, I heard the Kiana James thing was time off of a different nature.
Yeah, I heard about that. They're like, they just took her off the active roster.
I heard she was taking time off because she was having some enhancements done.
Having some enhancements done?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Oh, she's stepping her titty game up? That's, you know what? Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
I heard she was, yeah.
She's trying to, like I said, she's trying to elevate her career, son. You see this right here, you know?
That's right. That's right.
She's trying to win the next Money in the Bank. You feel me?
She saw Tiffany Stratton's success, and she's like, damn, look, Tiffany won Money in the Bank. Damn, I don't need to be a good wrestler around here. I just need to get some big fat titties.
Hey, now, you know, Cora J. She's like, shit. I'm about to hit him with the hinds, son.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming back bionic. It's like I'm coming out here. They ain't gonna help but bring me to the main roster. They're gonna speedball me straight to the main roster. coming out here looking delicious. She's like, I'm so good looking, I don't even need Braun Breaker no more.
Yeah. She's like, these fake titties took me from a 5 to a 8.
Solid 8. You're like, I smell main roster on you. Plus, she been in. I know she been posting. She been hitting the gym, so she keeping her shit quick.
Mm-hmm.
She out there pulling a Saraya just lounging.
How come with all the with all the success that Pete Dunne's been having, I was kind of thinking about this the other day. With all the success like Pete Dunne has been having, I wonder why did nobody ever try to sign the other Dunne brother? Like how come nobody's trying to do something with Damian Dunne? You think with like Pete Dunne being such a big name, you think somebody would kind of be trying to capitalize on that, but it seems like he never caught on to that same level of success.
Well, maybe something happened behind the scenes that we just don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Some people look good where they are until you move them to another place, and then they don't look so good. You know?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Dragon Lee going up against Dominic Mastrio.
I was kind of hoping that backstage encounter was gonna lead to like an impromptu like tag title match.
I thought so too. But,
Like have like
no.
like have Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee challenge Finn Balor and JD to a tag team title match, and then have Priest interfere and cost Balor the titles, and then put the titles on Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. Like that would be perfect.
Picture in picture. God, we doing picture in picture? Goddamn Dragon Lee. I mean, this is the first time I've seen Dragon Lee in the ring in a while, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was kind of MIA there for a minute.
Well, he wrestled last week. He was in that Money in the Bank, not Money in the Bank. He was in that Intercontinental title qualifier that he lost.
Listen, I'm just glad to see him back on TV.
Yeah, same. Again, it's
Now,
kind of
can we do
unfortunate,
something?
man.
Can we do something about Joaquin and Raul over there?
It's kind of unfortunate because I remember like at the time like Dragon Lee was considered like a big signing. Like he was considered like a major signing for WWE, and he's just kind of like consistently like slips through the cracks. Like, why did they call him up from NXT so soon? Like, why did they call him up from NXT if they have nothing for him?
Because Obafemi ate him,
Bro.
that's why.
Bro, another guy. Where's fucking Nakamura, man? Where the fuck is Shinsuke?
He must be on a vacation or something.
Bro, his whole WWE career's been a fucking vacation, man. Like, where the fuck Shinsuke? Like talking about like major signings that slipped through the cracks. Like, where the fuck's Nakamura?
Nakamura is sitting around collecting a check right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, he might be injured. Fuck around. I would have to assume he's got to be injured or something. Because to have him not around at all is like,
I don't know. Like, you have to wrestle once in a while to get injured.
I think the last I remember, he did that shit in Japan. That's really like the last time I think we've seen him do something.
I don't know. It's been a long time that we've seen. It's been a long time we've seen anything out of Nakamura. Like, didn't he get drafted to SmackDown?
I think so.
Has he made an appearance on SmackDown yet? Like, honestly, the last thing I remember seeing Nakamura on TV was he had that match against Ilya Dragunov. And remember, we kind of thought that match was, we were kind of like, oh man, if WWE gives this match time, this is gonna be sensational. And then I think Ilya Dragunov beat him in like 4 minutes or something. I don't know. That's the last time I remember seeing him.
I would still like to see fucking Nakamura get a world title run in WWE though. And at this point, I don't
like,
care whether it would be WWE title or world title.
It's like every day we move a little further away from that.
I mean, last we seen him he was having like scenes with Cody Rhodes and shit. And then it's like, dude just vanished. I don't know. In fact, I'd like to see Nakamura come back, but not be a heel. Go back to being babyface Nakamura.
Yeah.
And go and win the Royal Rumble again.
Do something. It'd be nice to see him do something.
Or even like a Money in the Bank, maybe. Because I think he's due for a title, the world title, so he can hit that Grand Slam. Oh, we got a brawl on the outside between the LWO and the Judgment Day. Uh-oh, Dominic about to get the win over here, thanks to Liv Morgan. And Dominic with the win, thanks to Liv Morgan. Picking up those W's. Dominic Mysterio, man, highly underrated, man. Highly underrated, in my opinion. Right? Oh, okay. I guess we know who the next challenges are, man. Damage Control.
Is it just me, or is Rock kind of sucking tonight?
Oh, it's the Les Bros.
Yeah, it's the Les Bros versus Lyra, Zelina Vega, and a mystery partner. Wonder who that'll be.
Probably Tatum Paxley, maybe.
Yeah, of course. Like, who the fuck else? Why are we fucking talking about a fucking hockey player? Why are you wasting my time with this crap?
You're paying tribute to Boudreaux.
Who gives a fuck? Fuck them.
The people of Canada.
Fuck them.
Oh.
Fuck the Flames.
Wow, man. Hatred for fellow countrymen.
That's right. That's right.
Man.
I'm bitter, man. I don't like it here.
Why you bitter?
I don't know, man. I just fucking hate Canada.
But you're Canadian.
I know. Shit's too expensive here. You don't have anything good. It's too cold for too long. Like eight out of the 12 months is like winter.
When did this happen?
Hmm?
When did this happen?
You know, it's been festering all this time.
Also, man, R.I.P.
Secretly, I've always wanted.
R.I.P. to James Earl Jones. Also.
Ah, yeah, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Man, cause like he was like I think he was still kind of to this day. I think he was still voicing like Darth Vader, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be kind of hard. It's gonna be kind of weird, like you know, like it's almost like whenever I read a Batman comic, it's always like Kevin Conroy's voice is always the voice that I hear, and now it's like I don't know. I don't want to hear somebody else play Darth Vader.
Well, I've already stated that with the now passing of James Earl Jones, Star Wars is officially dead.
Fucking hate Star Wars.
Star Wars will never be the same again now that man is no longer with us. It is just all going to be artificial. It's all going to be artificial now.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of, like I said, I don't know. I don't want maybe this is not the place for me to get into it too heavy, but I'm just so over Star Wars at this point, man. I'm just so over it. Did you see that like Brie Larson thing?
What thing?
So okay, so supposedly like the rumor is supposedly that they're trying to move away. They want to move away from TV shows because they feel like people are not gonna like the TV shows. Their people are not enjoying the TV shows, and they want to do like they want to do like more movies. And supposedly the rumor is they want to do a Knights of the Old Republic movie, but they're gonna have a male and female version of Revan. And the rumor is that Brie Larson is gonna play the female Revan.
Oh boy.
Bro, that's gonna be garbage. Bro, like Disney's not even trying anymore, man. Like they're not even fucking trying. Like that's gonna be such a disaster. Cause one, people already don't like Brie Larson. Brie Larson is already an actor that people fucking despise. Two, nobody wants to see a female fucking Revan. Like nobody wants to fucking see that. And three, like people already hate that they're making moves. They're making moves and they're making stuff geared towards the pink hairs, not Star Wars fans. And this is just another thing. Like you can't seriously think that Star Wars fans are gonna be excited about Brie Larson playing a female Revan. Like nobody wants to see that. It's gonna be such a it's gonna be such a mess. I feel you, Ian. I actually I don't mind it here. Actually, I do like Canada, but at the same time I do want to move out of Canada at some point in my life. Like as much as I do like it here, I I wanna move out of here. Or I should say like my dream is to move from here.
Finn Balor versus Rey Mysterio, but we can't have a tag team title match.
Yeah, weird, man. The the thing is, Gojira, is Keanu Reeves as Revan will not will not is not stronger than Brie Larson as a female Revan. A hatred for Brie Larson as a female Revan will outshine the love for Keanu Reeves as Revan. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm totally on board, Gojira, for Keanu Reeves as Revan in a live-action Knights of the Old Republic movie, but not with. They gotta scrap that whole we're gonna have a female Revan 2 thing. They gotta get away from that because that's gonna be a big disaster.
The Les Bros taking on Lyra Valkyria and Zelina Vega and Mystery Partner. This should be.
Oh my god. So much. It's so much worse than I could have imagined. Oh, good lord.
the Les Bros, they. I really do not like Sonya Deville on the mic.
I really do not like Sonya Deville in any capacity. Or Zoe Stark for that matter. The only one I like is Shayna, but this is such a watered down Shayna compared to what we got in NXT.
Natalia.
It's like worse than I could have ever imagined.
As your favorite wrestler.
Oh my god.
I'm from Canada. Come on, you love it.
I thought
You love it.
I thought it was gonna be Tatum Paxley, and then I'm like, oh my god, Tatum Paxley, that's true disappointment until Natalia comes out, and I'm like, no, this is true disappointment.
This is the real disappointment.
Yeah. Woof.
You're like, wait, isn't he's like, hey, isn't Tatum Paxley back there? Going up against the Les Bros. Listen, you love Natalia and her big fake titties. Come on.
I mean, I do love titties, but man.
See, but she's getting
Man, oh
beat
man.
up but Zelina's getting beat up by the Les Bros over here. Why they finger banging?
I think we know why.
You see that?
I think we know
You see
why.
their hand gesture? What is that? You
Yeah,
finger
I
bang?
think we- I
You
think we-
finger
I
bang
think we-
bang bang bang.
I think we know what that's about.
Finger bang 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 bang. they over there finger banging, bro. And the Les Bros is off the chain, bro. I mean, I don't think anybody wants Brie Larson anywhere near Star Wars.
Yeah, you gotta keep Brie Larson as far away from that movie as possible. Like, if you want a movie to not do well, the best way to ensure that your movie bombs is to cast Brie Larson. That's the best way to ensure your movie bombs at the box office.
Do you want to scare away 75% of your audience? Put Brie Larson in them. They'll go away like rats to a sinking ship. Plus, listen, man. Not to go on no tangent. It's like, look here, they really need to figure something out because, like I said, whatever Star Wars, Lucas, whatever they doing over there, it is not working. Not working. I noticed some of the acolyte figures are finally starting to come out, but it's like I feel like they're gonna start ending up at they're gonna give it some time and they'll end up at Ollie's somewhere.
It's actually kind of unfortunate because I have most of the acolytes wave, and the figures are actually nice. Like their figures are actually good.
Yeah, the generic black guy is cool. I like it.
Yeah, like the Jedi Master Soul, like he comes with like soft good robes. Like, they're actually nice figures. I just wish the show and the characters they were based off of were better.
Plus, we didn't even get the Wookiee Jedi though. They didn't make a Wookiee Jedi or nothing.
He's coming. They showed him off at They showed him off at Comic-Con. He's gonna be coming at some point.
Oh yeah,
So that'll be all right.
that's cool.
I guess too, like, not to get too off topic, but whatever. There's nothing happening on Raw.
It's a commercial right now.
I guess PulseCon is this Friday. I kind of didn't even know. Like, usually they do a better job of promoting it, but it seems like there's been like little to no promotion.
Wrestling back on. Les Bros taking on Valkyria, Natalia, and Vega. Now Zoe Quinn of the Les Bros is in the ring.
Oh, goody.
Now Shayna Baszler. They're just beating up on Zelina Vega right now.
Mm-hmm.
And now
did
here
you catch
comes
that,
Natalia.
Did you catch that MLW show, the Battle of the Beasts or whatever?
Nah, I didn't. What happened?
It's pretty decent. Like, I won't tell you who wins, but the main event is Mystico versus Atlantis Jr. It's kind of interesting because even though they didn't hype the match up like that, like, Mystico is the current MLW middleweight champion, and Atlantis Jr. is the current Ring of Honor television champion. So it's kind of like a champion versus champion match.
Like, I mean, it's been hard. Like, MLW, like, they just been kind of quiet for a while.
Pretty much. I just watch whatever they upload to YouTube. Like, I saw they put that pay-per-view on YouTube, so I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. Like, that's the only way I could follow it, because it seems like they don't really do, like, fusion anymore.
Yeah, they just kind of gone dark for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, now they going for the sharpshooter. But no, here comes the Les Bros. Oh no, the Les Bros getting caught up in a sharpshooter. A Boston Crab. Oh, there's your tabs. Look at you. You're weak.
Speaking of another company that's kind of quiet, we also have a new NWA World Champion.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I guess at NWA 76, I guess Tom Latimer beat EC3.
Oh, go for Tom Latimer.
Yeah.
Yeah, NWA, man, they really hurt themselves with that whole Father Mitchell cocaine spot.
Yeah, they did. The problem too is, like, my thing with NWA is there's no stars on their roster, man.
Yeah, they don't have anybody. They don't have, like, they got nobody.
Like, the only people they have is they got EC3, they got Tom Latimer, and they got Homicide. Like, that's the only kind of star power that they really have. Like, if I look at their rosters, it's like a bunch of people that I'm just like, who are all these guys?
Yeah, they don't. They need like a notable name to really go in there and kind of wake that shit up. Cause like right now, even with all their, like, the young and the homegrown talent they got, a lot of these cats just look like fucking just lame.
it's kind of wild because I remember at one point like NWA Power was the shit, but it seems like they like now they don't have like Nick Aldis anymore. Like they don't have James Storm anymore. Like anybody that was like a big name is just kind of gone now, and now they just have like nobody. Like
Yeah,
they,
they
you know,
they
like
got
they
the they
got
got the they got the AAA guys in there now, like the literal like minor leagues.
yeah.
Like I said, they got like Ricky Morton, but Ricky Morton he's not drawing like that. He ain't
Yeah.
his legend status is kind of has kind of outweighed his welcome.
Because I think it's not even like you don't need, it's not even the Rock and Roll Express. Like at least if you had the Rock and Roll Express as a tag team, maybe people would be into that, but it's not even that.
Yeah, I mean, his son's doing stuff, but his son even like your son don't even look like a star. He needs to bulk up or do something because he just looks like an indie star.
And he's fucking boring, man. Like he's boring to watch. He's boring on the mic.
Yeah.
Like you know what? Real quick, I'm gonna pull up their roster real quick. Hey, like who's AJ Zana? Like who's that?
Don't know.
Who's Alex Misery? Who's
Don't know.
Alex Taylor?
Don't know.
Who's Alexander Lev?
Don't know.
Who's Anthony Andrews? Like who are all these guys? Bro, these guys don't even have Wikipedia profiles. That's how bottom barrel they are. Like who are these fucking guys? Okay, you
Do
got
they at least still have the church's money?
I think so.
They
Like okay, you got Black G's.
Black G's
is
in the
pretty
church's
cool.
money.
Yeah, but then
Alright.
who's Brian Idol? Who's Bulletproof Troop? Who's Carson Drake? Who are all these guys?
I have no idea.
Hey, like you got Homicide, that's pretty good. Jack Stain is pretty good.
Is Chrono still there?
Yep. Like you got Odinson, he's all right. Like you got a couple of people. Like you got Slade, you got Trevor Murdoch. Bro, like they don't even have like Chris Adonis isn't even there anymore.
Yeah, they need some star. They need star power, but like I don't think nobody wants to fuck with them. They don't got real TV, like pay-per-views. Like I don't know if they even existing anymore. Like what big star's gonna want to go there right now?
Exactly.
Like Corgan over there is running an actual Carney show. He can sit there and keep trying to ride off the name of the NWA, but the NWA ain't. Oh, November 30th, Survivor Series in Vancouver, War Games.
Yeah, Chris Adonis is not even in NWA anymore.
And they have so much promise in the beginning, and then the pandemic just came and knocked them right out of orbit, and they never got back into orbit. Like they tried to get back into the hemisphere, but the gravitational pull wasn't strong enough. But like now, they're just sitting on the outside. I mean, there was a time they had potential to be like at least the number 3. Impact wasn't even TNA at this point. They were still kind of trying to continue to keep a fan base of like NWA had a chance to be the number 3 and just dropped the ball. We got McIntyre coming out. Broke CM Punk's bracelet. What a heel. Oh yeah, man, Brutus been left, Ian. He left like fucking almost a year ago.
Yeah.
Old Tyrus. Yeah, it's just sad. It's just sad. NWA has had so much potential.
Every time I try to, every time I think I want to give it a chance, I look at their shows and I'm just like, I'm good.
That's how I'm with it. Like I try to like look at some stuff and I look at their talent and I'm like, who are these people? Like they don't even look like real wrestlers. Some of them.
Like they look like they're guys that they just like it looks like a small community, and then all the guys just get together and put on a wrestling show. Like all the local townspeople just get together and put on a wrestling show, and that's what it looks like. Like they all just look like generic like fat guys.
Just generic fat guys.
Like they're all like generic white fat guys. You know, like there's this, which it's like, okay, maybe they're good. I don't know, but it's just man, they need some stars. They need some names to kind of draw attention. And I think right now, I think that's what they're kind of missing the mark. Like when NWA Power first came back, you had Eli Drake, you had Ken Anderson, you know, you had James Storm, you had Thunder Rosa, you had fucking Nick Aldis, like Scott Steiner was there. Like you had all these names, and now they're all just kind of like dropping like flies, and now you have nobody. You have Rodney Mack in a mask. Like you got Trevor Murdoch, you know, like you got a couple of good names, but man, they need to bring in they need a big acquisition. They need to bring in like a big acquisition to kind of get people to pay attention. What's James Storm doing, man? Like they never let James Storm get the NWA title when he was feuding with Nick Aldis. What's James Storm doing like right now? Like why don't they try to do something with him?
You would think. Real quick, non-wrestling related topic. Did you see what dropped on BBT yesterday?
Oh, maybe I did.
Because I already put my pre-order in.
Oh, yes, I did.
What am I talking about?
The DJ and the Cammy.
You know it.
Yo, the DJ looks good, man.
All right, listen. If I find them in a while, I'll cancel the pre-order. But I was like, yo, let me put my pre-order in. I'm not fucking around with this line.
Yeah. I think Guile is supposed to be in that wave, so we'll probably get him soon at some point.
Yeah, he's supposed to be. Yeah, he's supposed to be later on in that wave. But it's like, yo, man, they moving along, man. They moving along with that shit. That DJ look nice. That Cammy look nice. I'm like, yo, it's about to. This roster's looking real good right now. Mm-hmm. So like, I didn't even hesitate. I was like, let me just pre-order because I'm like, I'm not playing. I'm not, like I said, if I find it in a while, because I know Target be good for having them. If I can find it there and grab them, I'll grab them there. But if fucking, you know, I'm at least have them on pre-order just in case.
Yeah, same.
Just in case. Also, you know what else I think? Because I feel like there's gonna be a surge soon. Johnny come latelys. When they see like, oh, this shit is for real and this shit is good, watch they're gonna start being. You see, like right now, if you go to BBTS, most of the stuff, the older waves are still available. Watch them shit start being unavailable soon. Because you're gonna have those Johnny come latelys that's like, oh, this is the new hotness. Jada's the new hotness with the Street Fighter shit. Watch. Especially when they start pumping out the deluxe ones, the Zagat, the Zangiefs and the Vegas and shit. And the Hondas. Watch. You gonna see, son. Good motherfuckers gonna see. And then anybody who was going in on like the figure arts or the Storm collectibles, they just gonna be like, nah, this is the line you wanna fuck with. And you gonna see the shits is available now, they ain't gonna be available no more.
Especially at that price point. Like, you can't beat that price point, man.
You can't.
Yeah, I'm really excited to get my hands on like a E Honda or like a Zangief, like a larger character. Like, I want to see how Jada does like a larger character.
Yo, why McIntyre trying to pull up on Barrett?
I was kind of wondering that myself.
What, Wade Barrett gonna get back in the ring?
I'd be all right with that. You know,
I like that you two are talking, and right between them is the sound of Joe Hendry saying, "We believe." And Joe Hendry.
He's over, man. He's over like Rover.
He's the local hero. What's happening, Scrap Iron? Are they having another match at Bad Blood?
Probably be them in a Hell in a Cell.
Let's see. I don't, but I mean, you're not gonna listen to me anyway, so. I started noticing though they are been dropping out their player twos And I'm like, I'm not getting caught up in the player twos because I hear the Bison's gonna be the green Bison, and then they got one
Yeah,
of Ken and the white gi. But I'm like, I'm not gonna go for player twos.
yeah, I'm kind of not in on all of that.
Like, just give me the prime colors, and I'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to go to it. It's not that serious.
Yeah. I just want one of every character. If I just get one of every character, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I don't need all the extras of the this and that and this evil. Like I said, I don't need an evil Ryu. I don't need the violent Ken. Like, I'm good. I would like some of the accessories they come with, but I don't need a whole new figure in itself. All right, I got a Ken, I got a Ryu, I got a Bison. Like I said, I got the ones that's already out. I'm waiting for the rest, and once we get to that Akuma, I'm done. Once I get to the Akuma, I'm done. And now, if Jada want to sit there and make player twos of all those characters, hey, it's in there right. It's in there right. And you know what? I'm pretty sure for those who might have missed it on the first runs, this is kind of a second chance, but just a color variant. But I don't think most would mind. Although I would be a little salty if I had to end up with a green Bison. To be real. Oh.
Yeah, like I wouldn't want to have the original colors, but then I have just a player 2 version of Bison, or I have like just a player 2 version of like a Chun-Li or something.
Or like a blue
Like
Blanca or something.
Yeah, like I guess at the end of the day, like it would be like, okay, like I guess this is better than nothing, but I'd be kind of, I wouldn't be too happy. Did you see that Dragon Man?
What is this Ms. Pep Talk here?
I don't know.
Okay, so the New Day getting a shot at the titles. So I guess we just back to regular status quo New Day since that whole Odyssey Jones things kind of went south.
Yep.
I mean, you might as well. Like, unless you're just gonna break them up outright. What else is there to do? You still need tag teams out there. You know they're still over with the crowd, so it's like you might as well. I wouldn't even. Hell, you could put the titles on them. Cause the shit ain't doing nothing with the Judgment Day right now.
At this point, you could fucking put the titles on anybody, and it would be an improvement.
I wouldn't even mind if they put
Well,
it
like
back on the New Day. Like, fuck it, anything's
like
different right now.
At this point, they should have never taken the titles off of
Awesome Truth.
Yeah, there you go. I got distracted looking at this UFC thing.
So SmackDown's gonna be on USA now, huh?
Yeah, because Fox didn't renew them.
I felt like Fox wasn't gonna keep him after this deal was done, because Fox ain't really the wrestling network. They used to do it back in the day with like Saturday morning shit, but it was never gonna work in prime time. Fox ain't that kind of network. Hey, listen, WWE, they got their money out of the deal, so they good. Yo, that guy needs to be locked up. He was eating a burrito sideways. You need to be arrested, sir. You ever seen a person eat a burrito from the side? Eat it in the middle, like bite it out of the middle. You ever see somebody do that to a burrito?
I sadly, on more than one occasion.
Who? Have you called the police? You called the Mounties?
Every time.
You know, you out here committing a crime right now? That's a hate crime, even. Desecration of a national food shouldn't be tolerated. Not in my administration, at least. That's like anybody's like, listen, we do not eat burritos in the middle. We don't eat corn the long ways. We sure as shit ain't cutting no hamburger in half. You hold that bitch in your hand. I don't care how big it is. You know what I'm saying? We not cutting hot dogs in half. Eat the whole hot dog. And I'm not cutting no pieces in squares. Maybe if it's a thin crust, because I know how people are about that. But if it's regular pizza, you cut them slices. Ain't no goddamn squares. Fuck out of here. That's lame.
You remember that episode of Seinfeld where the girl was like eating her donut with like a knife and fork?
Yeah, I remember that.
And they thought it was weird, and then they're like, so then they do it, and they're like, oh wow, this is so much better. Like your hands don't get all dirty. Or no, it was like a Snickers bar. She was eating like a Snickers with a knife and fork.
Yeah, and somebody's trying to eat a cookie with a knife and fork. It is insane. Speaking of cookies, I got cookies in the room. I'm gonna eat those after the show. Got some cookies.
That's something only King Cobra would do.
No, Cobra eat cookies with a knife and fork? No.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He wouldn't eat anything with a knife and fork. He's more animal than
Cobra's. He almost went through the ringer right there. Finally, the witch left the home. She's no longer in the trailer, but she tried to set Cobra up, son. She tried to set him up. She was trying to get him in an okey doke. She was secretly taping his ass and shit, trying to get him caught out there. But Cobra's like, I am not with her. I am not with Jessica Boyle. She was over there begging my fans for money, hotel money. That's fucked up. She tried to say I wanted to kill myself. Well, he did state that he wanted to shoot his brains out, but he was like, she was trying to say I wanted to kill myself. That's fucked up. He's like, fuck her. I'm like, well, don't let her in your house again, dummy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, she come over, call the police. Don't let her in your home, dummy.
Or like, she got you kicked out of your apartment, son. Like, what are you gonna do now if you get kicked out of your trailer? Like, you don't have any lower to go.
You're gonna be homeless. That's what you're gonna be. But he's like, fuck her. I'm like, you say that now because she's no longer there. But if you're gonna sit there and you wanna go get your little pecker wet, and you're gonna let her come back in that fucking trailer, you better not. You might as well just find someone else, because you keep trying to mess with her because you want sex. It's not gonna end out well for you, because she's only there to just try to benefit herself and use you as a conduit.
The next step, he's gonna have to go back to Clint's basement.
That's what's going. If he don't go to jail, if he don't shoot her ass, because Cobra do got guns. Cobra got guns. Hey, no, don't get his shit twisted. Cobra got guns.
Cobra's wild.
Like, she was recording him and he pulled out a gun, and that's why they was like, oh, he was like, she was like, are you gonna shoot me? Cobra's like, nah, I'm gonna shoot myself. He's like, I'm tired of you. So it's like, yeah, Cobra out there wild, son. That's what I said. Like, don't let that bitch back in your house, Cobra. Don't let her back in your fucking house. Got your dick wet one last time, that's cool. Don't let her back in the house. You better find some new strange, son, because she not the one. She gonna get you arrested or worse.
You know what? Even if you gotta pay for it at this point.
Listen, you DoorDash DoorDash everything else. You might as well. Nah, but a prostitute might roll his ass though once they see he's stupid. They might try to roll him. Plus, we got a new Cobra album coming out. He put out he made this song. I would play it on here, but it's got like copyright music because he literally just steals the instrumentals from like Pink Floyd's The Wall. But he was like, it's about mass shootings because there was that shooting that happened out here like last week, and Cobra's like, fuck mass shootings. So he's like, I made a song about mass shootings from Pink Floyd's The Wall, and it's just the funniest shit because like throughout the whole song, just this gunshot sound effects in the background. I'm like, I don't think anybody wants a song that's supposed to be anti-mass shooting. I don't think anybody wants to hear the sound of gunshots to Cobra. And then he's all like, we don't need no guns in the classroom. He's like, hey, teachers, protect those kids from the killers. No, Cobra's wild, boy. And then you just hear gunshots. It's just like Cobra's wild, son. Hey, did you see has the Beetlejuice movie come out yet?
Yeah, it came out last Friday.
Because I was hearing like it wasn't that hot though. I might have to jump on a boat and check it out. Have you seen it?
No. I'm gonna jump on a boat and watch it too. Like I said, I was never like a big fan of Beetlejuice.
But I am curious to see how it turned out. But I'm hearing mixed vibes that it's not that hot. So I was like, yeah, I kind of want to see it for myself, to be honest. Because I was a fan of Beetlejuice, the original movie. Like, I'm not a diehard, but it was definitely an entertaining movie that I remember fondly watching.
Yeah, I've kind of been hearing it's not that great, but I don't know.
Yes, but I kind of want to, like I said, I still want to kind of see it for myself. How bad we talking? How bad we talking here?
Yeah, like I'm definitely gonna I'm definitely gonna check it out at some point. But yeah, I'll probably jump on a boat, and I'll probably jump on a boat.
Wait, I know Rey Mysterio, Finn Balor ain't the main event here tonight, is it?
No, I think it's the 4-way.
Oh yeah, that's right. There is a 4-way still. They haven't. I remember they said something about it, but they really ain't said shit about it all night. But alright, yeah, okay, the 4-way. Wait, isn't there's a pay-per-view this week from TNA, right? TNA's got a show coming this Friday, don't they?
Yeah, it's Victory Road.
You want to go over the card?
I mean, it looks like ass, but we can definitely go over the card.
We'll read out the card. Let's see how ass it is.
All right, we got so we kind of talked about it earlier. We got Zachary Wentz and Mike Bailey for the X Division title. That might be all right. That might be an okay match.
Yeah.
But
I don't think though they're gonna hot potato the title off though.
No. Unless
I still feel Wesley's gonna play a part in it some way.
Like maybe he'll interfere and cost him the title. Like Bailey will get knocked down and then Wesley will slide in and nail Wentz with the title. And then Bailey will wake up and not realize and then just beat him. I don't know. Okay. Militia versus Spitfire for the Knockouts tag team titles.
Do they not have any other female tag teams in TNA other than Spitfire?
Like, come on, bro. How many times we need to see this match?
Like, unless they plan on taking the titles off of them, I don't want to see this match and just let Militia win.
Yeah.
Unless you got another tag team out there, and clearly you don't. Because it seems like the only people they've been defending the title against has been Spitfire.
That's what I mean. It's just like, how many times do we need to see this combination? And quite frankly, like, I don't like Spitfire, man. I don't care for Spitfire.
I don't care for him either. Okay, so we're ending this in a DQ. Finn got Ray roped up, tapped up in the ropes. Like, hell, the new pairing of Rosemary and Wendy Chu, why don't give them a Knockouts tag title match? Even if they lose, at least it's somebody different.
Yeah, I would prefer that. At least it would be like a different combination.
Yeah, like somebody else. Like I said, I don't even care if they lose the titles to the Militia. Just have them fight somebody that's not named Spitfire.
Yeah. Or even send two people from NXT if you want. Like just something other than that, man. Like, I'm so tired of seeing this match. I'm so tired of seeing this combination.
Yeah, like send like fucking like, I don't care, like Caden Cross and Kiana Chance, somebody, just anybody.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And speaking of combinations that I'm tired of seeing, ABC defending the TNA tag team titles against the System.
Well, I guess they're getting their rematch for the titles.
Bro, like, I'm over ABC, man. I'm over the ABC. Bro, like, the Hardys are right there, son. The Hardys are right there. What are you doing? The Hardys are right there.
Well, you got to give it time for the Hardys to get this shot.
Ah, man, come on. Don't give a... We know how it is with... Listen, man, like, I don't want to be that guy. But we kind of know how it is with Jeff Hardy, man. he'd be very quick to fall off the wagon. How much time you want to give it, you know?
Nah, he'll stay strong.
I hope so. And we got Joe Hendry versus Josh Alexander. This match I'm alright with. Like, at least this is something different.
I don't know. I would say Josh Alexander, but like Joe Hendry's been kind of hot lately. I can see him pulling off a win here, but like Josh Alexander's kind of just starting his heel run, and you don't want to like take too much steam out of him right now, you know?
Yeah. And then the main event, you got Nick Nemeth and Moose for the TNA title.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying this, because it's like, I know Alexander, he wants to get a shot back at the title, and yeah, he lost the first time around. But I think it's like one of those situations where it's just like, Moose is just a speed bump for them to get back to Alexander and Nemeth. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, until then, you know, give them the match with Hendry. Like I said, Hendry's kind of hot. So I can see Josh getting the win over this. Because, like I said, Hendry's so over right now, and L won't hurt him that much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's so damn over. Like, yeah, he could kind of take an L and be all right. I would say to kind of keep it that way and to cement it, since Josh is doing the heel turn, the heel run now, he can go to lose. He can win the match dirty, so that way it's not like he beats Hendry clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that way both men don't lose any real momentum, any type of momentum. So, and but that's pretty much it. What about Jordan Grace? She's not. She. I know she's defending it. She got to be defending the title, right?
Oh.
She's doing an
Like,
open challenge.
She's not booked as of yet, but maybe we'll see what happens on NXT tomorrow. If I had to take a shot in the dark, it's gonna be Jordan Grace and Wendy Chu, because remember, like, last week, like, the lights went out, and when the lights came on, she was knocked out, and there was like a sleeping bag or like a pillowcase or something.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember that.
Did you see that that Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling? That's kind of beefing up. That's kind of starting to look good. Like they don't have much announced in terms of matches, but they got some pretty good names lined up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like so far names you have. You got Miyu Yamashita, you got Jinder Mahal, you got Trevor Lee, you got Giselle Shaw, you got Kushida, and then they've already announced 2 matches on October 19th. It's gonna be Speedball Mike Bailey versus Konosuke Takeshita. And then on the 20th, it's gonna be Takeshita versus Josh Alexander.
Oh, okay. That sounds like it's gonna be sound pretty good already.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to jump on a boat and watch that. And they announced on commentary, you're gonna have Don Callis and Mauro Ranallo.
That's what's up. That's right, Jimmy. So you better get his presence ready, sir.
Yeah. I mean, technically we're an hour and a half away, but
Who is Kevin Nash?
it's okay.
And I
we're
mean that.
close enough.
I'm
We're close
unfamiliar
enough.
with this guy, which I think is his problem. I'm not as versed in the WWE and in wrestling as maybe I should be, as my peers are. But then how am I so much better than all of them? You know, I don't have the answers to these questions. It is a question. I don't know how I could be the best in the WWE or at least one of the best. Like, I'm surely a top fiver, and I don't even do it full time. Now imagine if I did learn a little bit. Imagine if I devoted.
This guy right here, Logan Paul, always doing something. Guess he got under Kevin Nash skin because he said he didn't know who he was. You know, it is what it is.
Oh wow. Okay. Apparently, this is starting to go around. But apparently, there's been a couple instances where fans have spotted NWA talent siphoning gas out of their cars at shows.
Get out of here, bro.
Is that real?
Nah, there ain't no way. The struggle can't be that real in the NWA, son.
Bro, it's like, is Billy Corgan like, yeah, is he not taking care of them?
I can't believe that you sitting there. I need visual evidence of that before I be like, yo, son, you out here siphoning gas out of fans' cars?
Yeah, well, like, yeah, just out of cars in general. Like, apparently, like, fans are going to the parking lot and they've seen a couple of not just wrestlers, but they said they saw the merch guy as well, like siphoning gas out of cars.
Yeah. Nah.
I don't know if I think that's real, but if it is, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gojira, appreciate that. Bro, yeah, like if that's real, then that's fucking hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Like imagine like you're like, all right, like you sat through half an NWA show, and you're like, all right, I'm fucking good. I'm good on this. And then you go out to the parking lot and Trevor Murdoch is out there siphoning gas out of your car.
That's sad.
Fucking NWA, son. Fucking NWA.
That's crazy. All right, so who you got winning the Fatal 4-Way over here? We got Hila, we got Jay. Who else is in this?
Pete Dunne and Braun Strowman. Probably Jay, right? Because Jay and Braun Breaker have kind of been getting in each other's faces the last month, so probably have to be him. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't even be surprised if we see like if Trick Williams makes an appearance and takes out Pete Dunne or something.
It's the Butch, Pete Dunne. He's the Butch.
Big-headed Butch.
A tight pants Butch. He's a Butch.
I low-key, like, I know it's not gonna happen, but I want Braun Strowman to win this match. Like, I know it's not gonna happen, but I want.
You want Braun Strowman to fight for the Intercontinental title?
And I want him to win the Intercontinental title.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
I'm a Braun Strowman guy, man. I'm a Braun Strowman guy. I love Braun Strowman.
He's a Butch. Nah, if anything, I would, like I said, I don't want to really kind of see Dragunov and Braun Breaker again. So yeah, I would kind of probably be main event Jay then.
But I don't want to see Jay lose. And I don't want to see Braun Breaker lose the title. Like Jay, you can do that later on. Like Braun Strowman would be Braun Strowman would be someone where it would be a good mix with Braun Breaker, and if Braun Strowman loses, it wouldn't be like the end of the world. Like I don't want to see Jay lose though. That's the thing. I don't want to see Jay lose, but I don't want Breaker to drop the title already.
Yeah.
And then again, I don't really want to see Dragunov and Braun Breaker again, and Pete Dunne would be alright too, but I don't know. Like the problem is all four of these guys, I would like them to be Intercontinental Champion, but the only one that I kind of would be comfortable with seeing lose is Strowman, because again, Strowman's not really setting the world on fire right now anyway. Like I don't want to see Pete Dunne get a title shot and lose, you know? You know, Gojira, Logan Paul is just a clown to begin with. Like WWE never should have fucked with Logan Paul to me. He should have just never fucked with Logan Paul.
Yeah, we still need like another title. We need a TV title. I've been saying this, WWE needs a TV title. I mean, fuck that speed shit. You need a TV title. It's a nice TV title.
Because that's what I mean. Like, they need a lower mid-card title for somebody like a Braun Strowman or somebody like a Bronson Reed, like somebody that, like, they need a lower card. They need a lower card title. Like same thing how like with AEW, like you have the international title, which that's like an upper mid-card title. Like that kind of title, like is usually that title is usually for like main event caliber guys that aren't going for the world title right now. And then you have the TNT title, which is like your TV title. Like that's for your mid-card guys. Like, that's what WWE needs. They need something. They need something below the Intercontinental title
Yeah.
for like a Braun Strowman or like a Bronson Reed or like a Karrion Cross, like those guys, like those guys need something to fight for.
Well, like I said, I would say, like I said, take the speed title, like actually make it like a TV title and make the matches like at least like 10 minutes or something.
Mhm. Even I would settle for like 5 minutes. But yeah, like they should incorporate that and have that be like a TV title and make it so that the speed champion can show up anywhere. Like wherever there's a television show, speed champion could show up. So like the speed champion could show up on NXT, show up on Raw, could show up on SmackDown. Like anywhere where there's television, he could show up.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. That's what I think it should that's what I think it should be anyway.
Because mid card is struggling, man. Especially if we're using a lot of these belts to try to elevate the next star, like the IC title and the US, to elevate dudes. We can't be putting them on anybody, but if we had like a little title that is like, this title can kind of get hot potato, kind of like the 24/7, but not the 24/7.
Yeah.
But like I said, it could be the speed title type thing, but we can't have like 3 minute fucking matches though. It gotta be a little longer than 3 minutes.
Yeah. Agreed. Like that's what it needs to be, you know?
Been saying it for a while. Like, come on, man, need something. Like it's too, yeah. Especially like I said, it'd be different. Like back in the days when your roster wasn't that big, but your roster's this big. You should have a couple more titles. I mean, it's bad. Like I said, it's bad enough you're not really utilizing your tag team division. But it's like, man, like you got a bunch of mid carders just doing like nothing.
That's what I mean. Like their rosters are too big for what they're offering right now.
Hmm.
I said like they don't have enough titles. And then there's not enough spots on the pay-per-view. Like Pete Dunne and Sheamus should have their face-off match. That should be at a pay-per-view.
Hmm.
But the problem is like okay, so Bad Blood. So you got CM Punk and Drew McIntyre in a Hell in a Cell match. You got Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. And then you got Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan for the women's world title. So what do you do on SmackDown? What does SmackDown do? That only leaves the entire SmackDown roster with 2 potential pay-per-view matches.
Yeah.
That's why we need to have it needs to be an 8-match pay-per-view and alternate alternate the titles that are defended, and then each brand should have 4 matches. So like if you have the WWE title defended, don't have the World Heavyweight title defended. If you have the Women's World Championship defended, then have the SmackDown tag team titles defended and vice versa, you know?
Yeah.
Like each pay-per-view should have 8 matches, 4 from Raw, 4 from SmackDown, and then each pay-per-view should have a world title, a mid-card title, and a tag team title, and a women's title defended. And then you could interchange which ones, but each brand should have two title matches. So you can have the WWE women's title and the SmackDown tag team titles defended. And then you'd have the World Heavyweight and the Intercontinental defended, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, they need a title below the Intercontinental title for like the lower mid card guys, because then you have something for the lower mid card guys, and then the Intercontinental is for the upper mid card guys, and then the World Heavyweight is for the main eventers. Like again, like AEW, they have the international for the upper mid card, and then you got the TNT for the lower mid card, and then the Continental title is just extra. Like that's just extra. It's just filler.
Yeah. Too many. Like I said, I really hope the commercial are gonna be a little less on Netflix, man, because all this picture in picture and stuff is way too many commercials.
Mm-hmm.
That's alright though. Speaking of which, with the All Out, you think that was a gimmick chair, or they just like fuck it?
I think it was probably the way his head kind of went through the chair makes me think it's a gimmick chair.
Also, like
I
that
think
match
it was-
with Garcia and MJF. Honestly, fine match, but didn't make no sense to be like. Couldn't MJF just give Garcia the win instead of like doing all that just for Garcia to kind of dump you on your head so you can kind of be written off for a while? Why not just give him the win then?
I see, like that's what I mean. I feel like this show had a heavy presence of the heels going over. Because me too, I was kind of surprised. I thought Daniel Garcia would get the win, especially since MJF is taking time off.
Yeah, it's like give him the win, and then you just kind of get written off. But it's like you get the win, and then he gets his heat back, and then dumps you, off of Brett's rope with the pile driver and shit. Like, what was the point of that? Couldn't you do that with him getting the win at least? You're gonna be gone for a while. Did you really have to leave on a high note? It's like, I feel that was just poor booking right there. Garcia should have won that match. If you're gonna get written off anyway for a while, you might as well at least let the guy get over on you. It's not like when you don't come back, you're not going to receive a pop. You're already one of the top guys in this company.
I was kind of surprised. Like I said, I was surprised Garcia didn't go over. I thought this was gonna be like his big, like definitive win.
Yeah, well, like I said, at least give the guy something. If you're gonna be out for a while on injury, you would think like, hey, let me put you over, give you some momentum. Because I already know when I come back, I'm guaranteed to get a pop, heel, or baby face. It doesn't matter because I'm gonna be gone for a while. You're still trying to like make a name for yourself. Like, at least let him get the win over a former world champion. Come on. Like I said, poor booking decision on that part. Like I said, other than that, like I said, All Out was a good show. I still enjoyed the matches that were there. So I ain't, like I said, despite even like if I feel it went a little too extra, it was still good. It was still a good show.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was especially
when I thought Kristen was going to cash in too. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was kind of like a nice. That was kind of unexpected too. Like you kind of think like you see Kill Switch come out, lays out Brian, and then like Christian Cage is coming out, and you're like, here we go. But then when you kind of see the Blackpool Combat Club show up to protect them, and then after they laid out Brian, I thought Christian was gonna come back. Like I was kind of like after the Blackpool Combat Club, they're leaving, and the doctors are like checking on Brian. I'm like, okay, please cut away now, cut away, because I thought Christian was gonna come back out. Like I thought he was gonna come back out.
Big Bronson back. Just put Strowman through the table just there. That was fucking sick. Well, I mean, if Bronson's back, you should make it a 5-way.
They should. They should just throw this match out, and then have Braun Breaker defend it in like a 6-pack match.
Elimination Chamber. Well, Hila and Jay are still standing for the most part.
I'm kind of speculating. I think either Sheamus or Trick Williams will come out and attack Pete Dunne.
You think Trick's gonna show up and screw Pete Dunne? I can see that. I can see that because they got a match. They got a last man standing tomorrow on NXT. So
yeah, like it would be a good way to build some last minute hype for that match.
The diss track kind of went semi-viral.
Mm-hmm.
So like they're getting attention from other sources. Oh, here come Pete. Nope. Look at that Pete trying to steal the match because he's a butch. A cheating ass butch. Break your finger butch. Alopecia butch. I like the line. He goes, "We the both age, but you look 40. We the same age, but you look 40.
That was good.
Honestly, like I kind of like the new direction NXT's been going under, like the Shawn Michael administration. The only one thing I would wish they could kind of do, I kind of wish they would go back to the Full Sail type of look. Like the bright lights, to me for NXT is like too much. I liked it way it was back in the days in the Full Sail, where it was like it was dimly lit, kind of more intimate almost. Like you can still kind of keep the crowd how you have it. That's fine. I think like just bring the lights down though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
Full Sail had that atmosphere with it.
It felt a little more like underground.
Yeah, a little more like kind of niche, kind of like, you know, you're not really supposed to be watching this, you know.
Yeah. All right, Gojira. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. You have a good night.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you coming, man. We'll see you for Spaghetti Friends.
Yeah. Like the Full Sail, like it just felt like more like.
All right, J1.
Like more like underground. Like this is WWE's like edgier cousin, you know?
Yeah, cause like I said, they got all the lights and stuff. Like I said, they got their little setting. Like it's intimate. They got their audience in there and everything. But it's just like I kind of miss like the Full Sail, man. Like bring back the Full Sail look. Like because you notice like the hard cam. I don't think there's anybody really sitting on that side. I think it's literally just the half that you see on the hard cam, and then it stops like right once it goes past the announce table. But I don't think there's anyone sitting on those other side.
Yeah.
But I'm like, even if you just filming it that way, still kill some of the lights. Kill some of the lights, man.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like, yeah, Main Event Jay's next in line for an IC title. Well, I mean, good for Jay Uso. I mean, he's pushing to try to get his first singles title. You know, I think he'll get there eventually.
I think so.
Oh, Braun Breaker pull up. What's going to happen here? Alright, and that's going to do it for Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. And that'll do it also for us as well. Any last words before we call it here tonight, Matt?
Longer pay-per-views, please. And birds aren't real.
Birds are not real. Alright, well, we do appreciate everybody coming and checking us out here. We always appreciate you taking a little bit of time out of your evening to hang out with us and talk some wrestling and other nonsense. Definitely smash that like, subscribe if you haven't, and ring that bell so you stay notified. And if you're a collector, make sure you join us at the Sanctuary for Spaghetti Friends this coming Friday. And until then, we'll see you back here next Monday for more wrestling news, talk, and all kind of shit. From Attitude 22, this be your boy Smith. Y'all have a good night. And make sure you always kick out. Thick boys out.
has come, I'm ready to go. Venturing into the unknown. Fire's inside me, must be unleashed. People talk nonsense all the day. Shampoo kind, that's all they can say. I can't get no satisfaction. Woo-hoo, challenge may have come. Woo-hoo, fighting just begun, but there's no stopping. People spreading out my wings. Let's fly high. Woo-hoo, concentrate my power. Woo-hoo, and the final hour, in the end, I'm gonna win. I hope you die. Don't you know I'm unstoppable? Don't even try, cause you will fall. I got a strength deep in my soul that gives me courage and control. I'll go beyond the limit break. The universe is mine to take. I have no fear. I think it's clear. Let's keep you tight high. Get all this Dragon Ball Super. We got the skill to blow Xeno rain.